Fishers, we've certainly got a mixed bag of reports this week, I tell you. It's just absolutely incredible. Some pretty ordinary fishing in some spots and some reasonable fishing in others. Dartmouth Dam, talking to the boys down there, they're pretty happy with it. Down rigging seems to be the majority of the good reports, but there's a fair number of people catching fish close enough to the surface to just justify flatline trolling or lead lining. They're getting some nice trout down there. It's not firing by any means, but it's fishing quite nicely. You get your 7 or 8 fish for the day without too much trouble in the boat, and that's pretty good in anyone's book. You'd have to be pretty happy with that. I'd still be more inclined to do a bit of fishing under bubble floats with mud eyes, scrub worms, or the little gudgeons down there, and I think you'll do okay. The Middle River could be a bit of a touchy one this weekend. They've just increased the flow, and I think it's going to be pretty tough fishing, to be honest with you. So as we speak, it's just rising now up to about 6,000 megs, so it's going to make it a little bit tough. I think I'd be probably more inclined to try some of the other streams down in Victoria. Hume Weir, look, mixed reports from there. I'd say 99% of people are catching nothing out of it at all. Every now and then we hear of a really, really good report. The good reports are some fantastic catches of yellowbelly, but they're sort of hit and miss, I tell you. You really got to look hard to find them and use the right techniques. Soft plastics seem to be the go on the yellows down there at the moment, but very few people are catching them. I will emphasise that. That's critical, so don't get too excited about the things firing. It's not. A few redfin coming out of it, and that's about all. The Mulwala, I've got a few reports from Mulwala, and they're very mixed reports too. Seems to be quite clear at the moment, a little bit on the lower side, but there is a few fish getting caught. Some blokes are getting their 5 or 6 or 7 for the day, and some people are coming off the water with nothing. So again, the same story. I think the clever fishermen are the ones that are getting some pretty respectable catches, but if you only fish a few times a year, you're going to struggle a bit at this time of year for some real weird reason. I couldn't tell you why. One of the big saving graces we have around here, though, the Murrumbidgee River around Wagga, from Wagga down to sort of Naranda, or even at least down to Berrinbed Weir, some pretty awesome catches out of it. Bait fishing, lure fishing, doesn't seem to matter. If you go down and have a look at the river, it's clear, it's fantastic, it's great height, everything's going for it at the moment, and it's perfect weather. So I'd be pretty inclined to get out there and get stuck into it. The bit of rain we had over the last few days, just after Easter, hasn't affected the river at all. The creek's worth a bit of a look at the moment. They're getting the odd fish out of it, but it's not as good as what the river is. So bait fishing, big yabbies are the answer if you're after good quality fish. Tumut River's a little bit on the higher side, but it could drop any day, so we'll keep our eyes on that one, and it's certainly worth a fish. No matter where you go on the Tumut, you'll pick up a fish if there's not too many people who haven't fished it just before you. Now that the Easter break's finished, we've still got a bit of holiday time in front of us. When everybody gets back off school holidays, then you'll see a lot of serious fishermen get onto the river, and I think you get some good results out of the Tumut. Blowering Dam's been tough, not a great deal of activity there, a few off the bank with bait, that's about all. Burrinjuck we're real happy with. They're getting some really, really good quality yellowbelly out of there, and some good numbers of them. Live shrimp were the go last weekend, and if you can get days when it's not too blowy, you'll get some really good results out of Burrinjuck Dam. The Yukonbee's not too bad, it's picking up a little bit. I was just talking to the boys down the coast. The next couple of days are going to be pretty ordinary, I can tell you, down there. It's been blowing for a couple of days now. The estuaries are still fishing all right, but come the weekend, sort of Saturday afternoon, Sunday, it should be okay on the coast. So let's cross our fingers and hope we get some good weather. This is the Compleat Anglers Fishing Report for this week. Catch you next week.